doing a live Apex League preview show with my boy Coherent. I'm going to get him on screen now. What's going on, buddy? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. So everybody out there, can you guys hear us okay? Let me see how many people we have in the chat. We currently have one. So, all right. So let's not make this too long, Coherent. We wanted to come on, just kind of go over, just to preview the cycle, kind of go over some owners, just kind of what we think is going to happen this season, just kind of preview the entire league. Unfortunately, we don't have Neon Sports working right now just because, you know, it's one of those issues where we're trying to wait for the companion app, so we don't have all the information in front of us, so a lot of this stuff is probably just going to be, you know, all for cuff. So let's go to the AFC East first. So we have Yan as the Buffalo Bills. We have Al as the Jets. We have H. Will as the Patriots. And we have Primetime as the Dolphins. With that division, what sticks out? Like, what do you think about that division?
Challenge.
Television. Coherent. All right, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right, yeah, your video for some reason has went out, so.
Yeah, it went to one screen on mine.
I don't know. Let me try this again. Let's see if we can figure this out.
Yeah, so your input for me like went to one screen where it shows two, your side like disappeared for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. So let's see if we can figure this out again. So I know it's when you do.
You probably didn't hear anything I said either, did you?
I didn't hear anything, unfortunately. I didn't hear anything. You were kind of cutting out. It's crazy. I can see. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason it's not working here. Let's go back to the main screen while we kind of figure this out. Go ahead, because I can still. Well, let's see here. I can still hear you, so go ahead. Maybe if he falls and like has to go on vacation or something.
Yeah. Even then, I think he's gonna have like a 4 or 5 game cushion every year. I don't see anyone else really winning more than 8 to 9 games. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I see it playing out.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from on that. I think there's some guys that can make some noise with it. Unfortunately, I think we are in. You know, I think Prime is probably the one guy that, you know, I think that probably is going to be the favorite in that division. But, you know, I think some of these other guys can make some noise. You know, Yan, you know, Joe had kind of talked about it with Yan. This is his type of game. He can run the ball. And I believe that Madden 24 is about, you know, running. So it'll be interesting to see. So we got everything fixed, by the way. We can see now. I don't know
Sweet.
what happened. It was like you just cut out and you were gone.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know, maybe I got like a lag spike in my end or something. That's what caused it potentially. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just entered it in and I can see you now. Your bald head, just like me, man.
I've bald for years.
So, AFC North. We got the Browns. We got let me look here. Chill Pill is the Browns. Oh, let's see. Bengals is Smurf. Ravens is Jordanaire. And then the Steelers is Flair. So anything kind of stick out to you with that division I know Flair's made some moves. I know that the Bengals is wanting to make some moves. He hasn't really done a lot yet. Anything that kind of sticks out to you about that division, or what do you think is going to happen?
Let's start trying to have fun with Flair. I see. Flair might slip 1 or 2 seasons, but majority of the year, I think he's going to control the division.
Yeah. It's funny because I personally feel like Chill Pill started to really kind of step up. He started winning games that I didn't.
Definitely did. He was a sleeper, and then all of a sudden he started winning a lot of games he shouldn't have.
Right, and that's kind of what surprised me about him. Another thing that kind of surprised me was Jordan. Like, I feel like once he got to and he's got a good roster. He doesn't have the Colts. He's got Lamar Jackson. I've seen him, in other leagues, this year. Seems like he's been doing pretty well. I think he's got a shot at. I don't think it's a runaway for Flair, but if you're asking me, you put a gun in my head and say, "Hey, who do you think's going to win?" Or I'll put a bet. I'm with you. I think it's going to be Flair, but I don't think it's going to be a runaway. And Smurf's that way too, man. Smurf's like Jake Work in a way, where like he loses like against people, and you're like, how the hell did he lose against him? And then he'll beat Tom, and you're like, what the fuck happened here? Like, how did that happen?
Smurf won 12 games or something like he did last year, and he got to the NFC Championship game and he beat me.
Yeah.
And he lost to someone. I think that's the year heavy one. I think.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
I do believe that. So, yeah, that'll be an interesting division. I actually really like the AFC. I think as we kind of go through here, everybody thinks all the talent went to the NFC, man, but it's not. I don't think that's true. I think there's more top heavy in the NFC, and then I think the AFC is more spread out. I think you can see multiple people winning. So that's
I can see that.
Yeah. So that's the AFC East. Let's go to the West, where we have the Chargers. We have Jim Jones as the Chargers. We have Oogie as the Broncos. We have Flair's boy NBC Master as the Raiders, and then Al Sun as the Chiefs. What kind of sticks out to you with that division, or what do you think? Anything, like this is who I think's gonna win.
That's pretty much like the other. I think Jim's gonna have a pretty good stranglehold on that division. He might slip 1 or 2 years again, but I don't see him really having too much trouble over there. He's gonna win probably 11, 12 games every year, not more.
Yeah, and I can see that with him. Thing about Jim, sorry, I'm just making sure our stream looks good. So, I think it could be actually my internet. I think I'm having some goofy shit going on with my internet because it said it dropped.
It just cut me out, and then when it brought me back, it said I was on standby. Now I'm active.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's
my internet. Next time,
I think.
I'll make sure that I'm hardwired so we don't run through this shit. So it's definitely my
It's not good. Try.
What's that?
Sit. It'll be fine.
So yeah, Jim Jones I think has got a really good shot at that. If I'm looking at everyone else, Oogie's really good, man. I play with him in PFL. He's
I've
really
never played him.
I think he's one of those guys where like it may take him a bit to get that Broncos roster's rough, man. But if he can unload that damn Russell Wilson contract. It's going to be interesting, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's a good division though. So we went over three divisions here. So we're going to go over the AFC South. Obviously, Jags 5-star went to the finals in the Apex tournament. Probably, arguably the best player in the AFC.
Even how many times you keep saying he sucks at Madden this year.
Yeah, right. And then he goes to the finals, right? I don't. And he's made some really good moves. So we've got him. We've got who's the Colts? I do apologize to the Colts. It's like,
isn't that heavy?
It is heavy. So heavy is the Colts.
Yeah.
The Titans is your boy Maserati, and then the other team is the Texans, which is play a partner.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's funny because like Heavy's a good player, man. He's very quiet, but he makes the playoffs. And then you've got Maserati. Like for me, if I look at this division, I think a rivalry will be born with Maserati and 5-star. I think
The 10
they both have really good.
strength is run the ball, and Maserati, as much as he likes running the ball, he's really good on defense. To where Heavy, I always felt like if you could stop his run and you could make him throw the ball 30 times, you're gonna have a really good chance to beat him, if not by multiple touchdowns. But he's got Jonathan Taylor. That's gonna be the interesting thing over there. But if you can stop his run, that's the key to him.
Yeah.
He's a really good runner.
No, absolutely. I think the same thing, man. I think it's one of those situations where those guys are going to be, and he's always like in the playoffs. Like he's always competitive and everything. Do you think it's a runaway for? Do you think it's a runaway for 5-star? Or?
I missed all that. It kicked me out again.
Yeah. Like I said, I think next time I'm just going to do hardwired. I'm on Wi-Fi right now, which is
Makes
the
sense.
issue. So. We do have some guys in the chat. So, how do we sound, guys? Type something in the chat. Let me know how we sound.
Yes.
Need to know. Get some feedback. Want to do this regularly. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully next time DK can come on, Al can come on at some point. I've got graphics for 3 overlay, 4 camera overlay. Next time I'll be hardwired so that we don't have this bullshit with the internet issue. So I do apologize. So that rounds out the AFC. Let's go over through the NFC real quick. We won't keep this going too long. Real football kicks off in about a half hour. Apex just kicked off 23 minutes ago. We advanced to week 1, so just to let you guys all know, we are ready to go. Just make sure that you are following the rules.
Send all complaints.
What's that?
Send all complaints.
All complaints sent to Coherent, right? Dropped again. So I don't know what in the fuck is going on, man. It's red, so it's like I know it's my connection. I'm dropping frame rates. I'm dropping everything.
Oh.
I'll make sure real quick. NFC North, which is your division. We've got the Packers, DK, who's always tough. We've got you as the Lions. You made the playoffs every single year. We've got man, my freaking brain is not on point. I went out and drank last night, so I'm trying to recover from that. So we've got DK as the Packers. Let's see here. We have X Factor as the Bears. And then the last team is the Vikings. Who the Vikings is Jay. Jay's going to miss a little bit of time. He's on vacation. But, obviously you don't have to talk much about yourself. But what do you think about this division? And he is gone. So I think we're having some issue dropping some frame rates. I think it could be, like I said, I think it could be my internet. I'm not really 100% sure, but I'll try to do this off the cuff, just until we figure this thing out. Again, I do apologize. We're using kind of a newer program, so I'm thinking that could be one of the reasons. We're still trying to work out the kinks. Like I said, it's not perfect, but we're going to get there. Like I said, the more I do this, now the sound is good. Where we had a sound last time with DK. The sound is better now, so I feel like that's gonna help. So we'll get this whole thing figured out. I'm sending him the link again. Hopefully he can get back in. But he probably doesn't want to talk about his own division anyway. So let's I'll talk about it. So Coherent, as you guys know, always a guy that is in the running for the playoffs. Him and I have some great battles. I love playing him, man. Even when I lose, man, it's like I know I'm not going to get cheese. I know I'm not going to have to, not look forward to playing him. We play the way the game is supposed to be played. there's just certain guys, man, that like you just like to play because they bring out the best in you, and he's one of them with me. DK the same way, man. DK's like, so I got you back here. Let me.
Yeah, I like to check. I came back. I don't know if it was me or not that time, but I was still. He had showed his ankle.
Yeah, like kicked you out or something. But I'm just kind of going over your. I'm kind of going over your info here, and we're kind of. I was just talking about you and your division. Who do you? I mean, so I think it's pretty close. I think you and DK are going to run that division. I think it's going to run through you guys. But if I'm being honest, man, the Bears, man, when I was in that division, he's the same team as he was last year, and he did well in that division. So I don't know if it's something that I think he can improve with that. I actually offered him a trade for Fields, and I don't think he's going to take it. So he didn't respond back. I offered him Ritter in the first. What do you think about that?
Who in a first?
Ritter in the first, yeah.
No. Fields is too fat. I mean, I like Fields.
I'm not sure, man. It's fucking weird. It's one of those things where I think it's. Let's try to pull you in here again. Oh, there you are.
Man, I'm back.
Okay, and Fields, what'd you say about him? You were shitting on him, man.
I said he's horrible in real life, but he's a really good Madden quarterback.
Yeah.
In real life, he can't pass. Like, he could run all over you.
All right,
but
we're
he's
gonna
not
see,
accurate
man. I got
enough
him
for
in
me.
3 fantasy leagues. We're gonna bring this video
You're
back,
nuts.
man, at the end of the season.
I was saying it then too.
So I think that he's gonna make some noise. Jay, I think now that he's got a team that's not the Rams, you know, he was winning some games. So I think it's gonna be an interesting division. What do you think?
I don't know. Not really. I think it's going to be in DK, and I think DK is going to win it more times than that because he went out and got White, he's got Alexander, he's got Stokes on silence. He traded him, and I missed it.
Yeah.
He's going to be hard. I'm going to have to run the ball down his throat, but that's my other chance, I think, with the way he just assembled that defense. And I got to hope he makes lots of mistakes.
Yeah.
He's a good user. I don't know if I've ever beat him, to be honest.
He's good, man. He's real
played
good.
him in a couple of years. I used to play him quite a bit in MSR. I think that's how long it's been since we played.
Yeah, he kicked my ass last year, man. So he had the
that's
souped
good.
up Brett roster.
Yeah. Yes. Souped up with that relief.
Yeah,
Brett.
He had that souped up Brett roster, man, which is helped him out, I think. So we're going through that division. So let's go to the NFC North. That division has. NFC East. That division has the Giants, which is Tom, probably the best user in our league. But right behind him, and a guy that beat him a lot last year is Franklin, who took over the Eagles, which is like the best squad on the game. Made some good moves. Has made some moves as well. And then you've got the last team, the Commanders, which is Y-Rock. So, what were you about to say? You kind of cut out.
Nothing.
And you're muted.
I'm muted. Oh my god.
Like you're not even showing up in my
Says I'm active on my
you're not
side.
even showing up in my the lobby thing.
Weird.
This is weird. Hey, try if you can hear me, try to jump out and join back in again. And I'll kind of go over that division. So while we kind of figure this out. So yeah, looking at a vision, man, I mean, for me, it's like, no offense to Joe, no offense to Y-Rock, man, but Franklin and Tom, dude, like, they were running the AFC last year. I mean, and it's what's funny, they're buddies, but Franklin took him a couple times, man, beat him he was one of the only people that beat him. So the Super Bowl that Flair won is basically the Super Bowl that Flair won is the actual one where he beat Franklin beat Tom. So pretty interesting to say the least. I had to bring this up. Al said that Coherent looks like Alpha's little brother. That's pretty fucking funny, man.
That's
Yeah. So yeah, that division is going to be wild, man. I knew Joe wanted his Cowboys, but during the draft, man, he was a little salty, man. Made the chat a little
Surprised
toxic.
he didn't switch teams.
Yeah, me too. He was salty as. Yeah, he was salty, man. I'm surprised he didn't trade it off too. But that'll be a good division. I mean, like I said, it runs through Tom. It runs through New York, so we'll see how that goes. NFC South. Yeah, they will. So NFC South, we got me as the Falcons. We've got you're blessed with the Panthers. The Buccaneers. Let's see. It's funny, man. I hate this. I do apologize. No disrespect. I forget. Like there's so many users, man. So Bondage. So Buccaneers is Bondage. Hey Bob is Saints. I don't know anything about Hey Bob. I think he won his first game. So I don't know anything about him. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. But the big thing I think is you're blessed. Like, it's funny, man. Like there's some games, man, where like he beats me and we hang tight and everything, and then there's some games that they just gets out of hand. But if he can,
blessed is just he's either really really good and he's on everything, alright, and he's gonna throw 5 touchdowns and 400 yards, or he's gonna just completely unwrap one, throw like 7 interceptions, 1 touchdown. He ain't gonna run the ball. He's gonna keep throwing it. There's no in between for him.
Yeah.
It's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. No, I agree. He is. But I think his Panthers, oddly enough, I think kind of suits him. They got a decent defense. He's going to have to build the receivers up a bit, but I think that he's got a decent roster there. Hey, Bob, like I don't know much about him, so I don't, Bondage, he'll...
I don't know. Bondage is Bondage.
Yeah, Bondage is Bondage. Hey, Bob, like he's kind of the wild card, man. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see what he'll do. I've been kind of labbing with the Falcons. I haven't played much, dude. I played that one game with you where my fiance and I got into it and I fucking bailed.
That's like 5 minutes. Yeah, you gotta count that.
Yeah, well, we both scored, man. I had the ball, so it wasn't like I just rage quit. So
yeah, we both scored 2 quick touchdowns.
We did. You had fucking JMO over the top, man, which like I am definitely gonna miss him. But I picked up Anthony Swartz, which he's not JMO, but
he ain't JMO, but he's like a faster, a way better scouting.
He is, yeah. He's younger. He's only 22, so I'll have time to build him up, and then. Yeah, that was cool. I didn't even... Dude, what's funny is when we were doing the free agency draft, I didn't even see... I didn't even see him. But it was funny because some of these guys were hiding in the practice squad eligible, which was kind of wild. I went all the way down that list, and I just didn't see a wide receiver, and I was about to move on. I'm like... Let me just see if there's any young wide receivers I can build. And he's right there. I'm like, oh, shit.
Now you search by speed.
I did search by speed. For some reason, I'm getting that contract off the books. So, yeah, that's the NFC or NFC South. We got one more division to cover. That is the NFC West. So the Cardinals being the Cougars, WS Cougs. Seahawks being Seahawks. Our Seahawk guy, 49ers in train, and then the Rams Brett. Now this division probably, I like closing it out because this one intrigues me. I don't have one person in that division where I'm like, they're going to run away with it. Or, like where we have with some of the other ones. What do you think about it? You there? What do you think about that division?
Well, I'm just...
Yeah, we're definitely dropping for some reason.
Yeah, I got good internet, so I don't know.
No, I got good internet too, and I'm like right by my modem and router.
On the top right, it's showing, unless it's the app itself, it's showing, I don't know if here's the top right of the app, it's showing like the connection might just go by megabytes per second. It's just bouncing all over the place.
So, yeah, and what I'll do is I'm right by my modem, so what I'll do is I'll make sure that next time I just...
Yeah, if I put again next time, then it might be the app, because like, I know I get internet, I can do all sorts of things with no issues, and the thing right here is just spiking all over the place. So
yeah, and Sunday, man, and Sundays, like, I don't know, man, I'm in this new house, my internet, I don't love it. I mean, it's still the same company, Spectrum, but
Yeah.
It's been kind of inaccurate, but that's besides the point. We're not going to rant about that.
Nope.
But what do you think about the division? I didn't hear anything you said earlier.
What division was it? Did you say another one since I left?
Yeah, we're closing it out with the West. Cougars being the...
Yep, see, I didn't say any word about that division. I missed everything.
Which one?
I'm definitely going to go with Cougs.
Man, it's funny because I would, on the surface I would, and I think if I were betting, I'd say him. But man, Seahawks, he's really good at running the ball. He's got Kenneth Walker and that Charbonnet.
Yeah, but he can't pass.
That's true.
The only way he can pass is if he's throwing a deep shot to DK.
Yeah, but dude, that's
If he's not throwing a deep shot to DK, he's calling double drags.
That's kind of a nasty pass though. So I don't know.
It is for sure, but I don't know.
I think we'll get it. There you are. You're back. I think we'll get it. But yeah, Cougs is a good one. Seahawks is a kind of a wild card. And Brett, man, like he made it really far with the damn Rams, dude. Like I think he's kind of stepping up too. So we'll see what he can do. And dude, he's probably the best team builder in our league, man. I mean, Ravens already had a good roster, but he like really made them badass. So I know if anybody can take the Rams and turn around, it's him. So it's gonna be a fun league. Anything else that you want to talk about? We're closing in. We got 20 minutes until 1 o'clock. I gotta go set my fantasy football lineup so I can lose. Anything else you want to go over? I give up. He sent me a message that says I give up. I give up too, man. I'm sorry. This is definitely on me. I'm going to figure this shit out. I'm going to figure out why we're dropping so many frames. I'm going to take a picture of this and say what the hell is going on. It is what it is, fellas. I'm sorry, man. We this kind of last minute thing. I'm going to work on it my side. Now we got the voice. I figured out the whole issue with the why the voice wasn't working with DK. We will figure this out. Now it's the internet, right? So, God, man, it's always something. Anyway, I do appreciate everybody, and yeah, man, we're gonna have a good season, man. I hate that I didn't get to do any graphics or anything. We're gonna probably call game in the next day or so. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to us so you can never miss out on any live event. I always send out reminders and stuff. So if you want to be a part of Apex, go to our Twitter page, and you can always send me a direct message. We're on Discord. Gonna have a great season. I look forward to competing against you guys. And with that being said, man, you all have a great day, and I appreciate it. See ya.